Hello and welcome to this video. I'm playing kekss5, cookie 5, whatever. So c4 g6, probably a modern or a king's Indian coming up. Yeah, here black can play in a more offbeat style, yeah, with moves like that, or play knight f6 for the king's Indian. Queen b6 is what they normally do now, but you can also take on e2 for a Benoni. In this Benoni, black is not unhappy that one piece is traded. The knight is traded, but it took quite a good amount of time, so it's strategically desirable for black, but also time consuming. Okay, I'm just taking here and playing a simple position. What? Is that a decision? F takes? It's not a move, right? Okay. Like, does he really want to take with a pawn? That looks strange. I wanted to play queen to d2, but maybe I should consider bishop f4 actually. Yeah, there's no reason to not to do that actually. In many cases, black can drum up some play to make a sacrifice out of this and sacrifice the pawn, but here that looked really difficult to engineer. Rook d8, rook d1, and now I could go knight d5, simply more or less force him to take. Still wonder if this is the best solution. Always have a somewhat soft spot for bishop h6 in those positions somehow. This is a good piece on f4, but his bishop is also something that also a good piece. Maybe this is not the most forceful way to play, but I thought if I trade those bishops, play queen e3 and like double on the d file, that should be a very one-sided position. His main goal of counterplay would be to somehow get a knight to d4, but that looks difficult to accomplish here in this position. I could have taken on d6, but that was not really something that I wanted. It feels like I would have given him far too much activity for a silly pawn, and the knight on e8 then would be yeah, gone quickly. So let's double now, like this. b5 is not happening anytime soon. I don't see it, at least, how that could happen. And I actually have f4 and so on. So f4, come on. f4, f5, and so on. Just get this rolling. Bishop g4 is an interesting move now, actually. Takes it, and then I have knight d5 coming. It's not bad. But you can also go for this full-scale expansion, like this and g5. Black is completely boxed in. The only active idea is b5, and not certain how this should be happening. Okay, this is how it should happen, he says. b5 next and knight e6 coming, but knight e6 I have knight d5, so this is not a thing. My h4 g4 plan is ambitious. It wasn't the only, was not the only possible plan for sure. So how do we make more progress here? Taking and then h5, or yeah, bishop g4, there is f5 potentially. Can also take and play e5 now, right? As this thing is unprotected. Rook is unprotected. And here I can take d6, huh? Or not? Or just take with the rook. This is a more, probably better. Takes, pawn takes. There's rook e8. If I take with the rook, I'm better, but I'm not winning. Yeah. The time consideration is important here. Didn't see knight e6 that f4 hangs. Losing a little bit. I'm losing control of this position. Knight d4 maybe. Difficult. Okay, trading queens would be helpful just for management purposes, so that I'm not getting mated or so. How is he not trading queens? Queen h6? I have bishop g4. Or maybe f5 even, f5. f5, knight d4 though, okay. Now b6 is just hanging for pretty much nothing. And I don't see how he saves it, so he takes twice. Knight d4 maybe? Ah, knight f5. Ah. Yeah, this is a way to lose that game, by blundering one movers. The whole game was so one-sided. But okay, let's see. Okay, check. Check. e6. Can we still play for a win here? I know I only have 9 seconds, but knight g4, check, king g4, knight e3, king f6. Okay. King g5 blunders the rook, I saw that. Now I can invade. Not quite sure yet how to win it. I just want to gain a bit of time. And it's not totally obvious that it is winning, actually. King over to g5 looks right, though. Yeah, it's probably not a win. Oh. Check. Yeah, I have to decline the rematch because of the analysis. I really want to figure this out, what happened here. So, well, a couple of things. First of all, I want to briefly look at this. Like here, taking on d6 is not a real option because I thought you can just take everything, right? Take, and then even this is a thing. But black can also just play this position. The bishop here on g7 is so strong. I didn't see b5 or anything. Just like it shouldn't be good anyway. So here the activity is compensating black. But I'm pretty substantially better here, right? Queen e3, knight f6, now doubling, like f4, it's like reasonable. And now we have to, it's not totally clear how to proceed. So g4 is one of the engine's top moves. It's definitely possible. It's just not so easy to do with the time constraints, because I'm opening up my king position. From a structural point of view, this is the ideal pawn structure here, and I would really embrace any endgame. Knight c7. Oh, it started with 10 average sandy pawn loss, but it will definitely go down. There have been blunders for sure at the end of the game. And maybe somewhere before as well. Okay, now I had e5 immediately. Yeah, that's definitely possible and much easier to play. This is a thing. If here like this is just simple to play and crushing. So I took and played e5. Oh, rook h1 is just stronger. But okay, it doesn't. Why does that win so completely? Bishop g4. Bishop g4, rook d8, f5. Yeah. Yeah, it's very strong, yeah, if you are a machine. Yeah, rook d6 was my clock was ticking down. I also thought that pawn takes could be strong, but rook e8 was irritating, and I didn't see a great reply. Queen g3, but if I take here with the pawn, I felt it should be for an attack, and I didn't want to trade the queens there. But it's better for white. Okay, I took with the rook. Rook takes, knight e6, knight d5. Rook b7, queen g3. Please trade queens. And here bishop g4 was killing. Yeah, he definitely was back in the game, and then I even blundered knight f5. That was a big problem. Bishop g4 seems to win, as does c takes, a takes, a5. Yeah, but that was like seconds territory. This is also why here I played this ridiculous move. Now knight f5 is of course winning for black, and now it's back on trying to win. And b4 honestly I didn't even see that it was hanging, and now I get some checks in. Yeah, here would have been interesting. I thought bishop g8 maybe, but doesn't even help. Yeah, has this check. Yeah, it's probably a draw. e6 was a try to win, and he just gave up the exchange there. that should be a draw, but of course you can try here knight f8 instead of king f8. Knight f8, knight h7 to shield the pawns. Now I'm invading and should probably win. Rook a6. Rook h7 is a double question mark. That's harsh. That's harsh. Really? Rook a8. Because of what? Zugzwang? I see that this is a strong move because he has to do this and then I can also win that pawn. This, yeah. But is that so bad? So knight g7, king e5 here. And that seems to still be a draw, yeah? Yeah, I'm not sure about it, and don't have any knowledge. It's something that you can certainly study. Yeah, and here at the end I won this, yeah, with no time on the clock. That's probably still a draw. Okay guys, thanks for watching.